Hey, this is Scott Hammond. I'm the author of The Everyday Dad, The Guide to Becoming a Better Father. Here today in my garage, I'm kind of a garage band speaker, if you will, with some tools, with some tips, with some techniques on how to get better at connecting with people and networking in business and elsewhere. So I've got a couple of tips I wanted to share with you, and let's just get started. Today, always keep engaged with questions. What do you mean by that? Ask good questions of other people. They love it. You know, this is kind of a secret, a lot of people practice this. When you fall down in networking and you go, man, awkward moment, oh, weird, this is getting awkward. Ask a question. Ask a good question. Hey, tell me about X. And ask a good open-ended question, meaning it's not a yes or a no answer. Who, what, where, when, why. Awesome. Number two, always carry a business card and hand them out. Hey, I'd love you to have my card. Can I have one of yours? Very flattering. People will very rarely say, no, I don't want your card. In fact, they're often free to hand out theirs. Number three, dress professionally, even if it's a holiday party. That doesn't mean overdress and do your three-piece and mink coat. That means just dress nice. Maybe a tie is appropriate, maybe not. Depends where you are. If you're in Texas or Rome or New York or LA, kind of go with the Romans on that one. Another point, make it a point of introducing yourself to 5 people you do not know. Wow, that's kind of hard. Now you're really kind of stretching it. Well, yeah, I was at a bagel shop. I turned around and saw a guy that looked familiar. Hey, I'm Scott Hammond. He goes, hey, Dr. Taylor from the hospital. Oh, doctor, you look familiar. Yeah, you did too. Just an easy connection, not a big deal. Here's another one. Set a goal to hand out at least 10 business cards. And write some notes on the back of the cards. Hey, this person loves the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, cool. And so later, when you've forgotten everything at the end of the day, you'll have that note on that business card. Here's another one. Practice an effective close for a conversation. Wow. What if somebody's like talking your ear off and you got to go? You see somebody you got to go say hello to. Have an effective end for that. And I'm not going to tell you what that could be. You've got to have that for you. But have a way to wrap up a conversation. Hey, I'll catch you. High five. I got to go. Figure one out. Another one. Offer a follow-up meeting or set the next appointment. Hey, is there a time you and I could hang out at Starbucks? Buy you lunch? What sounds good? Ask people to follow up, and they often will set a meeting with you. Play the host and greet people at the door. We do that at Chambers of Commerce all the time. Hey, just like to introduce you to that person, greet a person. Maybe you're not even officially a greeter. Greet somebody. Hey, it's great to have you here, man. You're going to love this Chamber of Commerce. We're so glad to have you. Wow, that's bomb. People love that. Hey, that person's really welcoming. And then introduce them to other people. Repeat your guest's name. Oh boy. Now I'm touching a chord in me because I'm the notorious name forgetter. You want to know how to remember a name? Just know that she went to Pepperdine, she lived in Texas, and she loved cats. She loves cats. Wow. Who is it? Well, it's Jean. Well, in other words, if you associate a person with some activity or something they're about, boom, you'll remember their name much better. Well, I think it was Jean. Just kidding. Ask guests to talk about themselves. I'm done talking about me. You talk about me for a while. No. Don't make it all about you and your whole story. We know that you're all that in a bag of chips. We love you for it. But let other people tell their story. They got depths. They got stories. They got experiences. They got gifts. In fact, they want to share them. How are you going to bring that out in people? So here's a super tip. How do you reach out to people, pull them in with integrity, with love, not being disingenuous, with all sincerity, and get them to tell their story? That's a gift, and that's awesome, and that's relationship building. Do that. Keep engaged in the conversation by nodding. Wow. Don't be looking at your watch and checking and texting and looking around at, oh, look, a red ball. Oh, a squirrel. Don't do that. Stay engaged. It's called networking. There's a little bit of work in networking. And talk about how your company, when it's appropriate, is helping people in their business field. If that's true, share with people. Thank people for coming. Find common interests. Compliment your guests. That is an awesome tie. Is that a Jerry Garcia? That's bomb. I love that. Keep your conversation light and cheerful. If you go to sex, drugs, and rock and roll and politics and religion, and you don't know me, wow, I might actually talk to you about that, but most people won't because they don't want to go there. You're not a safe person yet. You have to earn places of communication like that through relationship and time. Introduce guests to one another. Be the guy, the gal that introduce people to each other. It's awesome. And do less mingling with people you already know. If you already know them, don't you dare go hang out with them for a long time and go hide in the circle.